Scrappy Peeps, Susanna here today for the June A Cherry on Top YouTube Hop, where we're sharing the little things. So this is my little cat sitting in her little hole, and I am documenting this in a grid style layout. I am gutting this piece of paper because I want the floral border. I have a 1.5 inch seam going all the way around, or border going all the way around, and that's the nice thing about this trimmer is you can see the 12-inch mark. It actually goes beyond 12, and then this piece of white, which is what I'm going to actually create on, I cut off 1 inch off of each side, and I decide that I want a larger border than that, so I'm going to cut an extra 1.5 inches off. So it's 1.25 inches really, because I only cut a 1/2 inch on each side. That I cut off of each side. So I have found that my dot adhesive has not been sticking to things, so a lot of what I use now for adhesive is liquid adhesive. I really like this Barely Art. I didn't know the size of my pictures, so they are 2.5 square, so I just had to trace them to find out what size paper I wanted to use. And so the reason that I gutted this was because I needed that yellow for some of the inner squares. I could have used some other form of yellow, but I really wanted to just be consistent with that. And I liked the way that these yellows matched. So for pattern paper, I am using one from Echo Park. It's from the Our Groovy Summer Disco Cherries. And then the other two are Cartabella from the Lemonade collection. And I've got berries and lemons. And the other one with the yellow is the Sunshine Floral. So the green is going to be the Groovy Summer that you'll see, and on the back of that is actually cherries, and I got that because of cherry on top, and we usually do go cherry picking, so that's why I chose that paper. And then the blue is the berries and lemons that has berries and lemons on the back side of it, so I'm using the B sides. And then the Sunshine Floral is the floral that's on the outside there, and then the yellow. So I know I want to have a couple of spaces, or a space. My plan had actually been to have a couple of spaces that were virtual squares, but I have 5 photos and I only have room for 9 squares. And I really wanted the pattern paper that sort of ties that all in together. I could have taken one of the yellows out, but I liked that pop of brightness there. So I have these dies. These are called the Lovely Layers Mini Spring Florals from Honeybee. I love their floral dies. I often buy them, and I know I have a fall set that I've used a ton, and I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of these as well. So as I mentioned before, I've got the green that I'm going to cut for a floral for the bottom. And I know these stems are long, but I want them to go down to the bottom of the page to just sort of fill in that gap. I also know that at the bottom of underneath the grid, I want to put the title. So I am just using my Big Kick here from Sizzix to cut these out, and I'm only using a selection of the florals. So I'm sure you saw in the beginning, there's kind of a cheat sheet. And so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different flowers that you can cut with this. And I love I printed out that cheat sheet because it shows you how to construct the florals. But one of the things that I do love about the Honeybee dies is that they group together. So you saw that I pulled all of the petals off because they get grouped together in how you're going to cut them. It does make it that you have to cut the lights and the darks if you're layering, but that's okay because I'd rather know what I'm doing to put them together than have to hunt and peck all the time. So to have that sort of cheat sheet is super helpful to me. So I've cut out all of what I want. I did not buy the pinks when I bought these papers for what I was going to do. I didn't have that in mind. So I am using Basil cardstock, that darker, sort of more peachy pink. The salmon is called Passionate, and I don't know what that lighter pink is because I don't have the label on the paper. I've just pulled that from my scraps. I apologize. So I'm laying these down in a grid. with a 1/2 inch gutter between each of the photos and or patterned paper. I had a T ruler that my son had cut me on his machine, but I needed it to be see-through so I could line up to see the gutters. So I'm just using a super old centering ruler from Heidi Swap. It's not available anymore, but a Cherry on Top does have something similar to that that I can link you in the description box down below if you are interested in that. So I am laying down the grid, and yes, I am using a dot ruler, but I will, after the fact, go in and use probably some liquid adhesive just to the corners there, because I've found that these dot rulers are just, rollers are not working for me for adhesives. Even the 3M one that I bought is not, I don't know, I just don't feel like things are sticking well. Maybe it's the humidity. Anyway, so I'm going to piece together these florals from Honeybee, and then you can see I've cut out a few of the rub-ons that I want to use, and go from there. So this is our monthly A Cherry on Top YouTube Hop. I've told you the theme. So be sure to check out the other gals' videos. Leave a comment in the comment box down below. And for each comment you leave, it's a chance to win a $25 gift card to the store. Also off camera, I am going to that blue spot. It's by itself. It's very dark, and I like the dark contrast that it provides to the hole in the shadow that Luna is sitting in the box, but I also wanted to have somewhere to journal, and so I'm going to off camera use a waffle flower stitched nesting piercing square die, and that's where I'm going to actually end up journaling. I thought I would journal in that top right square or imaginary square up there, but I end up putting a rub-on, another one of the rub-ons, you'll see it in the close-ups, and a label from Ellie's Studio for my stash up there. I wanted to close out the hole a little bit more, and without the journaling, that's what I needed to do. I will also, you'll see as I'm creating here, the label that I have up by the sun that says Little Things Matter Most is going to go somewhere else, and I will put a blue rub-on label up there. So I have two blue things, so I have some darker things in those squares that help provide contrast to counter the holes that Luna is sitting in, if that makes any sense. So these florals, you can see I had already adhered the first stem because I wanted it to be a slightly different shape, but what I didn't realize is that when you put the florals in, they go, in order to make it a puzzle so that you can see how it all fits together, they go behind the green, and it makes it super easy. So just something to keep in mind if you do have those and you use those, that they very much need to match up. I've trimmed some of the bottoms because of the liquid adhesive drying faster than my creating. Love this liquid adhesive. So I am roughing up a few of the edges, the petals of the flowers, in order to just create some dimension. There is 0 dimension on this layout other than the puffy stickers that I'm going to use for the title. So this just sort of adds to that. I love rub-ons, but one of the things about them is that they are flat, right? And so there isn't a lot of dimension on a page, and I like to have a little bit of dimension and texture on a page, and that's why I like die cuts, is it provides texture, the texture that I look for with layering. So those are going to be my lovely pinks that complement the pinks that are in the pattern paper that is the border of the page. I do wish that I had maybe used the blue and put a fine thin blue border between the floral and the white background that I'm creating on, but what's done is done. I could have stitched blue thread, but it still wasn't enough, so I just did tone on tone and went with the white, which is why that pierced border that you'll see in the close-ups works really well on the journaling spot there. So I have finished with that floral. Now I'm going to pull out the other embellishments that I have and go ahead and put on the rub-ons. I know I want more. I just kind of didn't want to overfill it at this point, and I wasn't sure how much room that floral was going to take. So I have this stack of books with some flowers on top. I decide to offset it to the left-hand side of that square because that a lot of the that floral with the die cuts from Honeybee is off the edge. The sun is off the edge. This floral that I'm going to put here is off the edge. So it just breaks up the grid a little bit. So by setting it off there, it also left me room for journaling potentially if I had wanted to do that. I toyed with the idea of drawing a line, maybe in a blue pen, to just outline the inner part of that box. It's still a possibility. I'm not ruling it out. Many of my layouts you probably already know from listening to my voiceovers. They aren't always complete when I'm finished filming. There's still a lot of maybe and sitting and thinking on things. So definitely the close-ups are generally what I have finally decided to go with because I always add something off camera. So this is what I was referring to earlier, where I moved that label that I had up top because I knew I wanted a little something with a little bit more contrast up at the top there. So yeah, and you will see that I cut these out with their backings on them, the rub-ons, and I try rubbing them onto the page without removing the backing. I'm very good at that. I think part of it is just the process of knowing it's a rub-on and that you're going to rub, right? So forgetting to move the backing. So this is where I have that darker edge there just for the contrast. I really think it closes off that imaginary box a whole lot better than the lighter one. And then also gives that blue square something to balance it off. It's not just this lonely element that's in there. So these are puffy stickers these are from Pink Fresh. So the rub-ons are from Pink Fresh and they're from Paige Evans's Crafted Moments collection. These puffy stickers that I'm going to use for my title are from the Fresh Start collection, also from Pink Fresh. So that is going to wrap it up, my friends. Again, don't forget to leave a comment for a chance to win a $25 gift card to the store. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.